Ever wondered how to apply the perfect blush on? Well, if you're nodding your head in agreement, then you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving deep into the art of blush application. An art, when perfected, can elevate your makeup game to new heights. Blush is more than just a cosmetic product. It's a tool that breathes life into your makeup, adding a touch of warmth and a healthy glow to your complexion. However, it's not as simple as it sounds. The key lies in applying it correctly, understanding your face shape, choosing the right shade, and using the perfect brush. So, why is this important? The right blush application can enhance your overall makeup look, giving you that radiant, sun-kissed glow we all adore. It's the cherry on top of a well-done makeup routine. So, are you ready to step up your makeup game? Stick around to master the art of blush application. Before we begin, gather your tools. Just like a painter preparing their canvas, the right tools are key to achieving that perfect blush application. First up, we have the blush itself. There are different types such as powder and cream blushes. Powder blushes are great for a more matte finish, while cream blushes give you a glowing, dewy look. Next, we have brushes. A good brush can make all the difference in how your blush applies and blends. For powder blush, a fluffy, angled brush is ideal. For cream blush, you might want to use a stippling brush or even your fingers for a natural blended finish. And of course, we can't forget about the mirror. A good-sized mirror with ample lighting will help you see exactly where you're applying your blush, ensuring you get it just right. Now that you have your tools, you are ready to start. Let's dive right into choosing the perfect blush for your skin tone. Choosing the right blush is crucial to get that perfect flush. And with so many options on the market, it may feel overwhelming to pick just one. But fear not, we're here to help you navigate through the sea of choices. First things first, consider your skin tone. If you have fair or light skin, opt for a soft pink, peach, or light coral to add a subtle warmth to your complexion. For those with a medium skin tone, rich pinks, warm mauves, and deep peaches will beautifully complement your skin. And if you have a dark or deep skin tone, blushes with bold pigments in shades of deep fuchsia, warm browns, or berry will look stunning. Next, think about the desired look. For a natural, everyday look, a matte blush is your best friend. It gives a subtle color to your cheeks without the shimmer or glitter. But if you're going for a more glam or evening look, a shimmery blush can add a nice glow and lift to your cheeks. Also, consider the occasion and the time of day. For daytime, lighter, more natural shades work best, while for evening events, feel free to experiment with darker or bolder colors. Let's not forget about the rest of your makeup look. If you're wearing a bold lip or eye, you might want to go for a more subtle blush to balance things out. On the other hand, if your makeup is minimal, a pop of color on the cheeks can really brighten up your face. It's also worth considering the formula. Powder blushes are great for oily skin and tend to have a longer staying power, while cream blushes blend seamlessly into the skin, giving a more natural, dewy finish. And lastly, don't be afraid to mix and match. Sometimes the perfect shade is a mixture of two, so experiment and have fun with it. After all, makeup is all about expressing yourself. Remember, the right blush can make or break your makeup look. So take your time, do your research, and most importantly, choose a blush that makes you feel beautiful. Because at the end of the day, the best makeup is confidence. Now, on to the most exciting part, the application. First things first, let's talk about picking up the right amount of product. You might think the more blush, the merrier, but let's slow down. Start with a small amount of blush on your brush. Less is more here. You can always add more later if you need to. Tap off any excess product from your brush to avoid over-application and to ensure a more even distribution on your cheeks. Next, let's discuss where to apply the blush. Contrary to common belief, the apples of your cheeks are not always the best place to start. Instead, try to aim for a spot halfway between your nose and your ear, along your cheekbone. This will give you a more lifted and youthful appearance. If you're unsure of where this is, don't worry, just smile, and the area will naturally pop out. Now, how to blend for that natural, flushed from within look? Well, it's all about the technique. Use small, circular motions to blend the product onto your skin, sweeping upwards towards your hairline. This will help to create a seamless gradient and prevent any harsh lines. Remember, blending is key to any makeup application, and blush is no exception. If you feel like you've applied too much blush, don't panic. You can easily diffuse it by using a clean brush or a makeup sponge to blend it out further. Alternatively, you can lightly dab over the area with a bit of foundation or concealer to tone it down. Now let's talk about building up intensity. If you're going for a more dramatic look, or if your blush just isn't showing up the way you want it to, feel free to add more. However, be cautious. Add the product in small increments and blend thoroughly between each application. This will ensure that you maintain control over the intensity and keep your blush looking as natural as possible. And what about shimmer? If your blush has a bit of sparkle to it, apply it to the high points of your cheeks for an extra glow. But remember, a little goes a long way. You want to shine, not sparkle like a disco ball. Lastly, always check your blush in different lightings. What looks perfect under your bathroom lights might look completely different in natural daylight. So before you step out, make sure to take a quick peek in natural light. And there you have it, the perfect blush application. You're now one step closer to mastering the art of makeup. Keep practicing these techniques and soon enough you'll be able to apply your blush like a pro. So go ahead, conquer the world with your perfectly rosy cheeks. Applying blush can be tricky, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's delve into some common blush application mistakes and their solutions. First up, we have the classic too much product issue. It's easy to get carried away and end up looking more like a clown than a blushing beauty. The fix? Start with a light hand. It's always easier to add more blush than to take it away. If you do apply too much, don't panic. Simply take a clean, fluffy brush and gently blend the blush until it's more subtle. Next, we have the wrong placement problem. This happens when blush is applied too low, too high, or too far out on the cheeks. The solution here is to follow your natural bone structure. Smile and apply your blush to the apples of your cheeks, blending upwards towards the top of your ears. This will give you a natural, lifted look. Lastly, we tackle the not blending enough error. Blush should never be a noticeable stripe on your face. The trick here is to blend, blend, blend. Use a clean brush and work in circular motions to diffuse the product evenly across your cheeks. If you're struggling with blending, try using a lighter shade of blush or a blush with a slight shimmer. These types tend to blend more easily and look more natural. Remember, practice makes perfect. Don't be discouraged if you don't nail the perfect blush application on your first try. It's all about experimenting with different techniques and products to find what works best for you. Just to recap, use a light hand when applying blush, follow your natural bone structure for placement, and don't forget to blend. These are simple yet effective solutions to the most common blush application mistakes. With these tips, you can easily avoid or fix common blush application mistakes. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be a blush application pro. Let's recap what we've learned today. Our journey began with understanding the importance of picking the right blush. Remember, one size does not fit all. The color and texture should complement your skin tone and type. Then we moved on to the essential tools, highlighting the necessity of a good blush brush. It's your magic wand after all. Next, we dove into the nuances of the application process. The placement, angle, and blending techniques can make all the difference between a natural flush and a clownish disaster. But don't worry if you make mistakes. We've got you covered. From over-application to incorrect placement, we've discussed how to fix the most common blush blunders. The key takeaway is this: blush is not about painting but enhancing your natural beauty. With practice and these tips in mind, you're on your way to achieving the perfect blush look every time. Thanks for watching.